Hello, this is a brief assessment of this Model O 1907 Model O Steinway Grand. That's 5'10½", just come into stock. It's got one piece ivories, which is a sign that the ivory keyboard has been changed, and it has been restored by someone very well known, a respected restorer. Now, it was done in the UK in about 1998 apparently. It's been used a bit since then, but the parts that were used are really authentic and obviously very well chosen. It's got oversized tuning pins, so the rest panel hasn't been changed, but see the bass string line is really good. That's always a mark of a good restoration. Now, tuning pins are very tight, so that's not a problem. I can see proper Renner Steinway hammers there. Renner make all of Steinway parts nowadays, and hammer shanks rollers, exactly the kind of work we would do in the felts. Having said that, a curiosity is that this felt here is missing. It actually works perfectly well without it, although there are a couple here. We noticed it because there's one here, if you look here, leaning back, because the felt on the spoon is also gone, so that was clicking, and the felt there isn't there to stop it. So that's curious, considering the rest of the restoration is done really well. See, here's a restoration we have in progress where we're changing hammer shanks and rollers, and if you look back, there's the jack we looked at before, there's the felt. This is forwards because there's no action to hold it there, but it should be, sorry, should be forwards there, beg your pardon. And there's the felt, the slap felt there, which is missing on the other one. See, back to the one we're assessing, that felt there is totally missing. If you look at these hammers too, there's a reasonable amount of wear. There's still plenty of hammer left, so we can reface it. It does sound really good as it is. So those are really good hammers, so you just need to reface them and voice them. Felts here have also been changed, so it's a good job generally. Now, I mentioned the one-piece ivory. That must have been on a previous restoration, of course, because in 1998 you wouldn't be able to put ivory on a keyboard. It's also had book holders added. That's really useful if you have thick books, but as you can see, they haven't always closed them down because pushed them down because they've made a mark on the music stand there. Something else that's unusual about this Steinway is that it has this folding back system here, so that you don't have to fold these bits back when you put the music desk on. It has a middle fold. I've seen a few of these before. As you can see, it's called a triple compartment top, and it's installed, maybe seen 4 or 5 of them before, so it's not that common. I think the main purpose of it, at least as I can gather, although I'd like to hear other opinion on this as to why it was done, is that this doesn't have to be folded back, and therefore this point here doesn't jut out. That can be a health hazard that you can knock into that. In my house we have a shelf, so you can lift it up to here if you want to use the room for something else. But this is a very good idea. The only problem is then that you get a different colour on the different, if we fold this back to the closed position, and you get a different colour where it's not faded, as you can see there. But of course you wouldn't normally see that because you never really have it like that. So you can see it's always been closed up there because there's a very vast difference in colours between the fading on the part that's been exposed and the original colour on the part that's not been exposed. Now, this music desk is a curiosity too, because in order to fit this system they had to cut this off. I don't think that veneer is the original either. There's another Steinway you see that it rounds along here. They've cut it off there so they can fit the double fold system. I wouldn't use it at home anyway because I like to pull the desk forward so that I can see without play without using my glasses. So that's an assessment of a Steinway Model O 1907 just come into stock, and it is a really excellent piano. It's got very, very good features like the one-piece ivory. It's been restored very well, though there's some anomalies there which we can obviously sort out. Now, a lot of Steinways, or most of them, we fully restore, but this one we certainly don't have to. It's been restored well and used a bit since then, but that's no real problem. We can certainly guarantee it for 10 years without any problem, and it'll last, you know, for a very long time after that too. That's a beautiful tone throughout, just as a Steinway should be done. Very good bass strings. And unusual casework in many ways, but a really good piano, and it's really pleased to get hold of it. Thank you very much for listening.